Greetings, Internet peopleoids. It's time for the Goth tag. Here we go. Question 1. What is your favorite candle scent? I generally don't actually like scented candles. I tend to prefer using oil burners if I'm going to, or occasionally incense. I can't use that much because people in the house have allergies and hay fever and such forth. It tends to act up on them. Number 2. Do you have a favorite book? I have several. Though I do believe my favorite would be not too many to pick from, really. I don't have a particular favorite. 3. Are you a tea or coffee person? Tea. I do love coffee, but tea. Definitely tea. 4. What is your favorite brand and colour of lipstick? I don't wear lipstick myself. I've thought about it a couple of times. But my favorite colour would have to be a good, bright red. And Chanel does make a very nice red lipstick. I know a couple of young ladies that wear them, and it's very nice indeed. What is your favourite perfume or cologne? My favourite perfume would be Chanel No. 5 or something similar to that. Although anything from Black Phoenix Labs. There was a young lady I knew who moved away who used to wear it all the time. I love their stuff, it's wonderful. I tend to wear Old Spice if I wear anything at all. Although occasionally I will use clove oil. Number 6. Do you have a celebrity crush? Not really. Although there were a couple of YouTubers I was rather fond of for a little while. Number 7. If you have to give up the colour black, what colour would you choose instead? Very dark grey. Possibly reds. Although I wear reds already. Number 8. If you could change your name to a stereotypical 90s, 2000s gothy name, what would it be? Well, my father's name almost was Cain. So I could have been the son of Cain, which would have been many goth points to me. But no. So yes, I'd probably pick something like that. If I wanted to be ridiculously, I could also be Lishtak. But that's not happening. Nowhere near that pretty. Number 9. What are your top 3 tips for surviving hot weather while clad? Don't go out in the middle of the day. Buy the airiest fabrics you can. Don't be afraid of white shirts. Also, drink plenty of water, and plus 50 sunscreen is a must in Australia. Don't be afraid of parasols or hats either. They will save you. It's a bit more than 3, but oh well. Number 10. What song will always make you happy? Doesn't have to be a goth band. I would actually say either Cemetery by the Smiths, I know it's a cliche, or Love Cats by The Cure. They will always make me dance around. And practically anything by Voltaire. The man is a genius. "11. Are you active in the arts?" I have a couple of instruments, none of which I can actually play properly. I have been drawing since I could hold a pencil, and I paint Warhammer figurines. In fact, I recently injured myself making scenery. I don't know whether you can see the band-aids, they're fleshy coloured, but I sliced some side of my thumb off with a carving knife making hills. So always be careful with your blades, kiddies. I've been around them since I was little, and you will occasionally cut yourself. I also used to write very bad poetry when I was younger. 12. If you had a teacup or mug made, inscribed just for you, what would it say? What would you have it say? Meh. That's all. The standard t-shirt one, please wait, sarcastic comment loading, as one looks over one's tea. What is your number one non-gothy hobby? Probably the Warhammer, although it's an army of undead, so I'm not sure whether that counts or not. Gardening as well, which I do as a hobby as well as a job. So, although my garden's black, this whole thing, a non-gothy hobby. What's a non-gothy hobby? Ridiculous. 14. If you could be a supernatural creature, what would it be and why? Well, aside from given my family history, which is almost inevitable, I wouldn't be a traditional vampire, and a proper mythological one, because you're essentially an animated corpse, and that's pretty gross. So I'd go with werewolf. I mean, I'm halfway there anyway. Got pointed teeth all the way back, talons, and heterochromia. Central heterochromia. So I have nice little yellow rings around my eyes. Irises. No. Pupils. Black rings around the irises. Nimble rings. 15. What horror monster-based superpower would you have? Transformation would be awesome. Transfiguration, rather. The ability to decorporealize would also be handy. And hypnotism would be most useful. Immortality with a healing factor would also be fabulous. Although you'd have to watch everyone die, so unless you could pass it on like the movie vampires and infect people, in which case you could create a coven. So, if you want to sign up for that one, 16. Do you feel confident or comfortable interacting with other goths or gothy people in real life? Why or why not? Yes, because we tend to have similar interests. We just don't talk politics for the earlier parts of our association, because that can become dangerous, especially if one is not as left-leaning as others, although I'm by no means conservative by any stretch of the imagination. I just tend to have a more pragmatic view of the world and less idealistic. 17. Which is more important for a look, great hair or great makeup? I would argue a great personality more than anything, but I would say makeup over hair. Oh, I told my bloody ponytail. I don't do back combing, it's too much trouble, and I've got hair like a horse, so it would be a nightmare to go through buckets of conditioner as it is. 18. Is there something you wish there was more of in your subculture? More people in Australia would be nice, but I think a lessening of this, especially with club culture, this very cliquey grouping thing, it's ridiculous. There's not enough of us to do that sort of thing. Although you get the same with the LGBT community as well, so There you go. More tolerance to what other people like within the subculture as well. Some people like industrial, some don't. Some like both. Some like neither. Deal with it. "19. Care to share an embarrassing story related to your darkness?" Aside from randoms asking me questions in the street, which I don't mind so much, they listen. An educational thing. I don't mind that. Having people question your sexuality because you paint your face, that's kind of annoying. Well, especially for a younger cousin of mine who's recently started painting his nails black, and was asked by his mother if he were gay. Because, of course, painting your nails is what makes you gay. The story's out, everyone. We all know what causes it now. It hasn't anything to do with fancying boys, it's just painting your nails. How are you at DIY, rather, not DIY, which is do yourself in? I'm actually pretty good at it now. Along with stuff I've learned with Warhammer, I also do bits and pieces of carpentry, which I'll show you now. Sorry for the motion sickness. I make myself bookcases and shelves and sewing bits and pieces. And more bookcases and a DVD stand and a case for the stereo player. So, and knitting as well. I actually do lots of DIY stuff. Quickly describe your ideal wedding. Quickly describe your ideal wedding. Family and friends, nothing overly extravagant and ridiculously expensive. People are spending $20,000 and more on weddings. It's stupid. Also, ideally, one with which I can marry someone legally irrespective of what gender they are, because at this point in Australia, depending on who I fell in love with, it's entirely possible that it would be illegal. So, yes, sort that one out. Of course, black or red roses. Just elegant, I think. Now, for the confessional, aka true or false section. I love watching cheesy romance films. Mostly false. I tend to prefer more comedic, less romantic. Although there are the occasional ones that I don't mind. I tend to prefer tragic or funny. I always remember to wash off my makeup at night. Always. It is imperative that one gets a good makeup remover. Otherwise one will ruin one's skin and one's pillowcases. I sleep with plushies. False. I do not sleep with plushies. I do have a couple of plushies in my room though, including this little fellow. So I'm a grown man. I wear non-black pajamas most nights. I think all of my pajamas have some bit of black in them. A lot of Star Wars stuff. A bit of Marvel. Yes. I wear non-black... Oh no, did that one. I still listen to a boy band that was disbanded years ago. No, I don't. Not even slightly. I think Andrew Eldritch is overrated. False. Well, depending on who you ask, but for the most part nowadays, half of the young people haven't even heard of him, which is terrible. I don't like vampires. False. I love vampires. I think vampires are great. Pretty much any, especially old schlocky 70s vampire films, like Christopher Lee's Dracula sort of era, and what's his name? Leslie Nielsen. The Mel Brooks Dead and Loving It. Love that movie to pieces. I don't like clubs. True. I don't like groups of people of any description, really, but clubs most certainly. It's loud, it's not as smoky as they used to be, but just too loud and too crowded for me. I'm a Ostrogoth rather than a Visigoth. Not to those who get that joke. I'm dating a goth/darkly inclined person. I am not dating anyone. I am single as fuck. I don't enjoy graveyards. Actually, I do. They're peaceful, tend to be very beautiful, very well planted out, and very well looked after. And even when they're not looked after, they have a certain ambient charm. So, yes, I do. Blood makes me queasy. False. Not even slightly. But if I cut my other fingers in the liquor section at work, smashing a bottle in my hand, and I was bleeding all over the place and had it wrapped up. So I was cleaning whilst bleeding everywhere, which is slightly counterproductive. I'd sooner faint than pet a spider. I live in Australia. The spiders bloody everywhere. In fact, most of the time, unless it's a funnel web redtail or whitetail, redback or whitetail, they're caught in a Chinese container, taken outside, and released into the wild again. So, including the huntsman's the size of my hand. This big. Bloody big spiders, which are easier to catch than the little ones, except they tend to, when you try to catch them, freak out and gallop majestically at 100 miles an hour across the floor, or the ceiling, or the walls, or anywhere they bloody well please, which can make them a little bit hard to catch. I don't like haunted houses. Given my family's proclivities with seeing things, I tend to avoid such situations wherever possible because I don't want to bring anything home. I still browse Hot Topic's clearance racks. We don't actually have Hot Topic here, so the closest I get is things like bargain places at Halloween time, or a couple of shops here and there that have sort of alternative gear. And I unashamedly go through those, especially if they have shoelaces for boots, because I'm never going through the bloody things, and it took me forever to find purple ones. I've never read Dracula. False. It's right there. I've read it through once, and about to start reading it again. And the last question, I think Bela Lugosi's Dead is a long and boring song. Blasphemy. Absolute blasphemy. I love that song. It's great. Especially just the intro. hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, it would be most appreciated if you hit the like button down there. And if you like, you can check out my channel in the links below, along with links to my Tumblr and Twitter accounts. And leave a comment below if you have anything you'd like to put forward for these question answers. I'd love to read them. It'd be honestly great to see some feedback in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.